Nothing gives a race driver more pleasure than the knowledge that they are holding up someone with more experience behind them. And that is the reason that JK Tyres has brought in the combined experience of Arman Ibrahim and Aditya Patel, so that the young drivers in the FB02 series get a hang of what it's like racing with someone who's better than you, and maybe get the better of them.
Arman go on the first lap actually, and he kind of jumped 3 cars more than I could on the start. So I saw him and I was like, I need to get these guys as soon as I can, because I knew I need to stick behind Arman to be able to get these guys quickly. But then again, they're all fighting for position, right? And if they see me behind, their biggest satisfaction is to hold me behind, which is what 2 of them did successfully, and kudos to them.
I think this weekend was a wake-up call for them, and it's good that they got to see it. And it's great. I think it was a great initiative to make us do it, because even the guys who were leading or winning, they thought, okay, that was the limit, and that was what the car can do. Suddenly this weekend, they're looking through data like they never have before, knowing that there is so much more time to be gained. I think that's what changes. I don't care about how where I finished. It's all about just how much we could have helped them. That's the main thing. Okay, we finished top 3. That's great for me personally, but my main priority was to try and help these guys, and I think we've achieved that. And we've given them a foundation now for them to work at, and obviously we're going to be here for the rest of the season to help them achieve that target. And by the end of this year, I hope that they find the same aggression and the same speed, where they can extract as much out of the car as we do.
The Formula LGB4 cars were the first to head out onto the tarmac in round 2. And Sudarshana Rao of Dark Dawn Racing, who had finished second to teammate Diljit Shahi in all 3 races in the first round, clinched his maiden win after a hard-fought race. Shaji, who had a hat-trick of wins in round 1, started from pole and stayed in front till the 10th lap. But Rao kept the pressure, and Shaji went off the track and ran out of laps to get back in the front and had to settle for 7th place. Nico Racing teammates Vishnu Prasad and Rahul Rangaswamy were placed 2nd and 3rd after Rao took the checkered flag.
My gear started acting up. If the first 10 laps I was pushing hard and I was getting the times, the last 5 laps was like damage limitation, because I was just not getting third gear, and Saroj caught me. He almost overtook me there. Then again he overcooked it, and I took the lead. So 3 laps I was just playing it safe, counting the laps for 13, 14, 15, because Vishnu was fast catching me and I didn't have third gear, and also the accelerator cable was getting stuck on and off. So I was just relieved to make it to the finish.
Really surprising, because Diljit and Sarosh are very, very experienced drivers, and to see them spinning by themselves was really, really surprising. And after that, even I started taking the corner a little cautiously, because they're really experienced. I'm sure they wouldn't have gone out by themselves. Apparently, there was a lot of mud which was brought in by the track by someone who went off on the first lap, and I don't think they noticed it, and they attacked the corner as they usually do, and they spun. So for me, it was, I didn't have to do much, and they just outdrove themselves, and for me, it just laid into my own hands. And it was a brilliant race. I think I got really, really close to Sudarshan in the last lap. I think a lap or another half a lap, I would have just got him. But that's racing, and yeah, it was a really, really good race. And if someone told me I got 2nd in the beginning of the race, I would have just taken it.
The FB02 engines fired up next, and it was time for the mean-looking race rockets to take to the tarmac. Defending national champion Vishnu Prasad, who had completed a hat-trick of wins in the opening round, started off in pole position and held the lead throughout the 15-lap race to once again assert his dominance. Behind Prasad, the fight was on as the rest of the grid battled the combined racing prowess of Arman Ibrahim and Aditya Patel.
You can see this weekend is not about showboating, trying to say okay, crap or something like that. JK have actually done it. It's been a tactical decision. It's been well thought, well calculated, and to put us there so that these kids only learn, just to make them better. So it's not like we could jump on the podium or anything like that. But it's just that when we pass them or when we race with them, Okay, the pace might be the same, or they might be close to us because they use these cars. But it's the differences like which lap you bring the tires in. It's how you use the tires. It's management of that, and it's how you make your moves on track and how your race management as well. So it's all these things that make a whole package, and that's what they have to learn, and that's what they need to deal with. So that's what they learned as well. And I'm sure they will be more switched on tomorrow, and that'll make it harder for me. But I'm sure I'll find something new and then something more for them to learn.
Shanmugam and Chatterjee double-teamed Ibrahim and tried to hold him off for a bit, but in vain. Patel and Sandeep Kumar, formerly Polo R Cup champ and Scirocco Cup driver, got into a tussle which led Kumar spinning off the track. Prasad took the checkered flag with a time of 16:40.777. Anand Shumangam was in second place and Nayan Chatterjee came in third.
Yeah, the BMW race was pretty good. I mean, qualifying was good. Started on P1 and Anand was right behind me. I mean, he drove brilliantly for the first 3-4 laps and he kept the pressure on, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get away from him, and he drove a brilliant race, and I think he just made one small mistake that I was able to pull away, and after that I just maintained the gap, and I think Arman was on a charge from the back, and he drove a brilliant race, and he was really quick. So I really need to see the data and figure out where I can catch him and how to improve my own driving. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow, 2 races, and I know Arman's going to be on it, and even Aditya. I think Aditya had a little bit of tough luck from the start because he's starting from the outside.
On the start, I really had to see what was going on in front of me, and it was a gamble between going down the inside or going down the outside, and I saw a gap on the outside, I just went for it. I thought I did a decent job, but then when I went around turn 1, I realized there were too many guys really pushing me wide. And then I really couldn't make my way through like Arman did. I saw him pass 3 cars and I had to slot behind after that. Then I needed to find my way up. I found my way up a couple of cars. I was passing one of the guys. I went past him and he came diving back on the inside and I had to go off the track. That's when I really lost out to the guys in front.
I started second and I had a good start. I was keeping pace with Vishnu. And then I noticed that Arman had also caught up along with Nayan. And I think we had around 8 laps to go. Those are the longest 8 laps of my life, I think. He put a lot of pressure, but he was very consistent and I learned a lot. Then he made a superb overtaking move on the last lap and showed me how to make moves.
We've worked very hard with all the drivers, and one of the best signs is that we've got first-year drivers now coming up to the same level as guys who've been here for 1 or 2 seasons. So we have done our homework. We're going in the right direction. So let's see.
The Polo R Cup race saw a lot of drama. Kartik Tharani started on pole and retained his lead throughout the race. Behind him till the 10th lap were Anindit Reddy Kunda, Angad Singh Matharu and Anshul Manoj Shah. On the 10th lap, Gaurav Mehra's car crashed into the parabola before the final corner, causing the race to be red flagged. After the restart, Matharu made an early move on Anindit and climbed to P2. Shah was consistently 4th throughout the race. Owing to a restart, the race was divided into 2 parts, and for final results, the aggregate timings of all drivers from both parts were considered. Shah climbed up to the 2nd spot, followed by Karminder Pal Singh at 3rd. Last year's Rookie Cup winger Yatin Madhu was 4th. Matharu had finished 3rd, but was awarded a penalty of 30 seconds for overtaking while the safety car was out, and he was pushed down to number 11.
And that brings us to the end of another high-octane race weekend. You can catch the entire episode online on timesnow.tv and follow Times Now on Facebook and Twitter for telecast schedule updates. We'll be there smack in the middle of all the action, and with us, so will you. Tune in next weekend, same time.
All in all, round 2 opened with a bang and some brilliant high-octane racing. Stay tuned to JK Tyre Racing Lines for Sunday's action as things get even more heated up at the 17th JK Tyre Racing Championship.